All right, hello you guys. My name is Jay. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad to be back here to provide you with some cleaning motivation and just to keep you company. In this week's video, we are going to focus on my office slash beauty room because I got some new carpet in there. Finally tacking another thing off my list, so I needed to clear out that room as well as corral my holiday decorations and then clean the kitchen, because while I was doing those other two things, the rest of my house just went into shambles. So again, thank you so much for being here. I am so glad to be with you again, and let's get right into it. We're upstairs in the bedroom, and this was around 8 o'clock at night, and I just did the first step, which was making the bed. Always makes the room feel so much cleaner. And because this was so late, it was before bedtime, but I still just wanted to give the room a quick tidy before I went and started cleaning out my office. Because when I cleaned out my office, you'll see me put all of the stuff in the bedroom, so I didn't want to put that in a dirty bedroom. And believe you me, it gets very dusty in here, as you saw in the intro, and just can start to feel kind of grimy and smelly. So I was wiping everything down with my Method wood cleaner, and then I was also going to clean the floors and put my carpet back down. I had like an area rug in here before I painted the room, and I pulled it up, and I do really miss having it down. It just helps catch all the dust that flies in the air, and it kind of traps them in the fibers, so you can just vacuum. So it keeps the room a little bit less dusty, and I just think it makes the room feel more full and like I live here. So we're also going to take care of that just in a few minutes. I did mop my bedroom the week previous, so I did not mop again for under the bed, but I wanted to make sure that it was nice and dust free. I also didn't want it to be wet when I put the carpet down, so I just took a Swiffer dusting cloth and I used the extendable arm, and I got down on my hands and knees and I dusted under the bed and under the nightstands really good, just to make sure that I wasn't putting the carpet down over anything. And I do regularly is pushing it, but I semi-regularly do clean this floor, and I don't wear shoes upstairs, so it's not getting a ton of dirt, but it does get dusty, and I just felt more comfortable trying to get some of that up before I put the carpet down, because obviously I'm not always mopping and vacuuming under my bed. I try my best, but you know, there's spots I miss. I have two under the bed storage bins that I purchased from Walmart, and in one of them I keep my spare sheet set and pillowcases, and the other one's empty. I just bought two to have a set, but I don't have anything in it right now, so I was getting those out of the way. And if you know of an easier way to put a rug down under a bed, please don't tell me, because you'll see me struggle in this video, and I just want to feel like I was doing the right thing. You know, I did what I thought was the best method, which was just to fight it under the bed. My bed is not super heavy, so I didn't hurt myself or anything, but it was quite frustrating, I will say. And it was late at night, and the carpet guys were coming in the morning, and of course I had not cleaned out the room, and I needed to get all that stuff out, and I decided I wanted to do this first. So yes, you'll see me struggle a bit, but it wasn't too bad. I got it done like I always do. And the carpet's a little bit crooked. It doesn't look as crooked in real life, or off center, I should say, but and the after shot, it looks very off center. But again, if you know of a better way for one person to do it, you don't have to tell me. It's fine. It's okay. As we watch me finish this up, I am going to finish wiping off everything in the room, doing my little light dust, and then I'm gonna mop the floor. So we can just catch up. How are you all doing? Please let me know down in the comments what's new with you. Are your kids back at school? Are you going on vacation? You got anything exciting going on? Any updates? Just anything you want to share with us, let us know down below. I got nothing. I just been here working, shopping a lot. I have lost my damn mind. My candle collection has exploded. So I guess I've been going through some things. I must be, because I've just been buying a lot of things. And you know, thank God and thank hard work that I do have the resources to do that. But you know, that money could always be put somewhere better, not just into disposable, that's the word. Disposable, frivolous things like candles and sweaters and shoes, but they are things that make me happy and things I quote unquote need. So that's just where I've been. I've just been here, and I've been trying to prioritize the projects around my house and thinking, what do I really want to do? Because I am going to stay here for at least another year or two. I've decided, definitely for sure. So I've just been trying to figure out what are the priorities and what do I want to do on my own, just bite the bullet and do on my own, and what do I want to pay somebody to do. Obviously carpet, I definitely am going to pay for that, and I can tell you ripping up carpet is absolutely disgusting, especially when it's not your carpet. It is disgusting. So even if I had the means, I would not deal with that again. But now, as we're moving into the colder months, I'm just trying to, you know, find nice home decorations, and I do struggle a lot with the holidays. It's a very hard time for me personally. I kind of dread them, and some years are better than others, but I can already tell this year is going to be just very hard for personal reasons, you know, some loss and like bad memories. So I do struggle with the holidays, so I've been just trying to find beautiful things to decorate my home with to make me feel better. So that's where I've been, just hanging out, living my life, doing the best I can. Not always good, but doing the best I can. And I am happy, and I hope that you guys are happy as well. All right, we are back in my office slash beauty space, and as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in here, and it has to get moved out of here, but we are getting rid of this blue carpet. I don't know if it's from the 70s or the 80s or the 90s, I don't know, but she's got to go. Okay, she has got to go. And I'm sorry it's a little yellow in here. This is at night, but the walls are agreeable gray. Surprisingly, isn't it funny how lighting is? But the walls are gray, and you'll see in the morning time, because I'll come back in here and finish, that the walls look lighter. They look kind of bluish, but it's supposed to be gray. So yeah, I'm just gonna move all this stuff out of here. And I did see some little dust mites. They looked like little tiny bugs. And anytime I see a bug, I freak out, even though, knock on wood, my house is not that bad. I've just heard about some really gnarly infestations, but you know, just the normal bugs that can collect on surfaces. But I wanted to just vacuum anywhere that seemed exceptionally dusty before I moved it into my bedroom. And here in this storage unit, so there's stickers on it because I got this on clearance at IKEA. I went specifically looking for clearance pieces. I keep personal items like my ring light, some mementos from jobs I've had, you know, my professional life, some weave. I had some hair in there and electronic stuff. But you'll see my hoard of Bath and Body Works. You're gonna see a peek into one of my biggest shames, and that is just how much I have. I mean, you see my house, it's not packed, but I seriously, just from the past couple years, I accumulated so much stuff. And it's so easy. You know, those body washes go on sale for $3. And, you know, you spend $30, you have 10 body washes. You do that over even a 3-month period, and you have 30 body washes. And that's just how I fell down the rabbit hole. So I've been purchasing body care products for a long time. But when I got into watching it on YouTube, that's when I got into the big collections. And this was after I had kind of phased out of collecting a ton of makeup. And the kind of person I am, I just like trying new things. I can have 100 lipsticks, but if a new lipstick comes out, I'm going to try it. I'm genuinely curious to try it. And so we end up here with all this stuff. And this is actually decluttered. And it's soap, right? So I will use it. It is soap. But I just sometimes want to get rid of all of it. But if I get rid of all my soap, I'm going to have to buy more soap. So I don't know, but this is where I store my collections. And I don't buy like this anymore, rest assured. It's hard for me now to justify buying anything. So when something new comes out, I just maybe get one item because I just know that I have all this stuff waiting to be used. Like that Dove, but the Dove is a little different. So during COVID, that particular scent, I guess supply was low because I couldn't find it anywhere and it's my favorite. So that one I'm okay with stocking up on because it was hard to find for 2 years. But yeah, that's my secret shame is all my stuff. And on the other side of the room, I keep all of my, personal stuff. I keep my wax melt collection, which is actually so much smaller than it used to be. As with my makeup, I've really just pared the stuff down. That's like a glittery powder from Mariah Carey had a collection with MAC, and I just kept it. I'll probably end up throwing it away when I put the stuff back in this room, but I just like things and I really love beauty and I love the community and I love to talk to people about it. It's hard because in my real life, I feel kind of judged for that. Like, oh, you like makeup, you like home decor. You're like a superficial woman. You just like stuff that's not important. So I feel judged in real life. So I like to you come on YouTube and Instagram and these communities where I can share those things. But I would never encourage anybody to accumulate as much as I have. It's a lot and it feels overwhelming. But you'll see me clean out. I call it my Poshmark closet. The closet in this room is where I keep everything that I have listed on Poshmark. Poshmark it's like eBay. It's eBay, but they have an app. It's supposed to be like a little bit more fun, I guess, but it's the same old stuff. It's the same thing. It's harder, I would say, to get seen on the algorithm because they seem to push people to be influencers and I just want to unload stuff. But all this is stuff that is either listed on my Poshmark or will be listed. So over the years, I've just I buy something, I use it until I get tired of it, and then I will either donate it or I will try and sell it on my Poshmark. And if it doesn't sell, then I'll usually end up donating it. Although I have all these rooms in this house, I have the space to store things, but yeah. So now you know my shame. I am a partially reformed shopaholic, partially reformed. I still like stuff, but just not so much that it overwhelms me and gives me anxiety. Look at this awesome find. I have a Sephora Monopoly game. They used to bring this out every year around the holiday time, Christmas, and I remember it was so expensive. It was a big splurge for me to buy it. It was probably $60, but I got it and it's still in the plastic and it's just something that I just love having. I'm telling you, I love makeup. I don't even wear it that much anymore because I'm so goddamn lazy. I am so lazy and I wake up at 6 a.m. and that is entirely too early. But I love it. I inherited it from my mom and I just love it. There's also a door in here, and that is the replacement bathroom door. And that's when I first learned that all doors are not the same size because I brought it upstairs, and it's too tall, so it needs to be cut down. So that can get moved back downstairs, and eventually I'll cut it and replace my bathroom door. Time will tell when that gets done. Maybe in 2025. I don't know. But here I'm just cleaning off this shelf. This is all of my body care, and I'm actually really proud that this is the only body care I have. So that's all of my lotions, scrubs, body sprays, all that jazz. And I keep hand sanitizers, and I like to give those out as little free extras when I do sell stuff on Poshmark. So I keep a little stash of those. I get them really cheap during these semi-annual sales. And then I have my bath bombs down here, and These are really cool. I love indie bath bomb vendors. So that's one way I do try and support small businesses is I'll buy these really creative and cool bath bombs. These are from a company called Boil and Bubble, and they're on Instagram, and they do have a storefront in Canada now. But yeah. And at this point, I decided that I wasn't going to clean out the closet tonight. I was too tired. And then, of course, I moved one thing and moved another thing, and I did end up cleaning the closet out this night. And now we are back the next morning just to finish out the job. I had to move these hand soaps out of here. I thought about leaving them in the unit, but then I'd have to tape it closed because I'd feel more comfortable doing that. So I just decided to move them out. And at my last job, I used to take hand soaps into work, and that was a really, really good way to use up my hand soap collection. But now that it's just me in the house, it is taking a long time to use up the soaps. So yeah, I have 3 out at a time, kitchen sink in each bathroom. But yeah, again, it's soap. If I get rid of all of it, I'll just have to get new soap. So yeah, don't be fooled by those sales. Do not buy a ton of soaps just because you see girls on YouTube with a beauty room. Do not fall for it. It is a lot of stuff. It's so much stuff. Here's one last look at the blue room, and then here is how my bedroom looked after I moved everything into it. I did take this clip that first night, but here is all the stuff. That's all the stuff from my Poshmark closet, and then here's the rest of the stuff in the room. So I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to sleep well because of the clutter in my bedroom, and I slept like I normally do, which is not well, but it wasn't any worse than usual. I bought these bins from Home Depot because while the guys were upstairs working on that carpet, I needed to get this crap out of my front room. Why are there Halloween decorations everywhere? I'm killing myself here, man. But the goal was to consolidate all of my decorations into those big bins. And I wanted to take all that stuff in the corner of this room, my storage room, it used to be a garage, and move it into this room. And I need to move all of these decorations out of here. So that was the goal for the day. And I did get it done. These bins are from Home Depot. They were $60 each, and I believe that was on sale. I think normally they are around between $70 and $80, and they're huge bins on wheels, very big and heavy, but they hold a lot of stuff. And I had purchased a few the year prior to start putting my holiday decorations in, but now I just wanted to go ahead and consolidate everything into them. While I get to work on this, I realized I didn't even introduce myself. How freaking rude of me. My name is Jay. I own this home. I live in Maryland, and here on my channel, I do a mix of cleaning, organization, home projects, hopefully more in the future, but really I'm just trying to keep it together. I am not a naturally tidy person, so watching cleaning videos on YouTube really helps motivate me, and I love the company of just somebody chatting away and doing the things that I need to be doing that I'm avoiding doing by watching the video. But regardless, I really enjoy these types of videos, and I wanted to make them myself because I noticed there was an opening of like young single women doing this. You know, a lot of it is homemakers, and that's no shade to anybody. That's just what I've noticed, and I may not be single forever, but I do all of this on my own, and I sometimes really struggle to keep up. And so I hope that I can encourage you, motivate you, or just keep you company, make you laugh, give you something to think about, all of those good things. And here, I love Halloween. I actually had a lot of clips where I was showing you my decorations, and I'm like, Jay, nobody cares. But these are some of the things. Look, he's broken. So when I was putting my bins together, I noticed things were getting broken, and I was like, okay, I love my candles too much. I know it's a whole thing. You should see my Instagram. It's all candles and wax and home fragrance. But I pulled out all of my candle holders, all of my Halloween candle holders, and I did it for Christmas too, but I didn't show that. And I decided that they couldn't go in the bins. They were just too fragile. They were breaking and scuffing. I didn't like that. So I wanted to put them in my candle cabinet. So I needed to do some reorganization so that they fit. And I opened up this expecting it to be empty, and lo and behold, it is full. I did not remember putting that stuff in there, so I just went ahead and did some reorganizing and found another spot for my warmers and got all of those candle holders situated. And yes, I have a lot of candles. It's my thing. I love home fragrance. I can talk about it all for hours and hours, but yeah, we're gonna take care of this right now. And if you see this wax warmer at Walmart, do not buy it. It's beautiful, but it doesn't get hot enough to melt the wax. And I knew something told me it wasn't going to be good, but it was so pretty. I was like, well, let me just try it against my better judgment. And it's awful. I put it in my donation bin. It works fine. I just don't think it works well, but it plugs in, it gets hot. It just doesn't do a great job. So I think somebody else could enjoy it, especially if you're not like a fanatic about home fragrance like me, but the camera clears up in a second. There we go. There's all my goodies. But I need my warmers to perform. Okay, I have high standards, and that just didn't meet it. So I finally finished with all of the Halloween decorations. So I'm going to wheel those bins back into the storage room and move on to Christmas. I don't have a lot of Christmas, and I've only owned a home for a couple years now. So I haven't had a lot of space to decorate, you know. Look at my black Santas. I have a thing for these little figurines. I love them. Kind of like, you know, brown Jesus. I just like that whole, the ethnic accuracy. And I mean, if I was Santa, I'd be black. So I am Santa, you know what I'm saying? So I really like collecting those little figurines. Michael's used to sell them, but I've noticed the past few years they have not had the black ones. I don't know what that's about. Maybe they weren't selling. I was buying them, but I don't know. But I like to collect really cute Santa figurines. And we are all done with Christmas. I don't have a lot of Christmas, like I said, so I only got there are 2 bins total, but I was able to consolidate a ton of bins into this one empty one. Coming into my storage room, I moved all of the stuff from that corner into this little room, which will be like the real storage room with all my tools and benches and all that stuff that I hope to one day never need to use again. And here are my holiday decorations consolidated. So I have 2 Halloween, 2 Christmas, 1 fall, and 1 spring summer. And I was able to get my grill stuff, which was also in a bin, on those shelves. And these are all of the bins that I cleared out. So very happy. Right now, these are just in my spare bedroom, hanging out. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. And here we are in the room. Look at the carpet. It is exactly exactly what I wanted. It's Berber. It's a cream. It's like an off-white. It doesn't look dingy, and with the wall color, this agreeable gray, it's making it look very cool. But up close, there's definitely some warmth to it. It's just perfect. I think it's so versatile and clean and easy to clean, and it's exactly what I wanted. I paid $900. I know price has a lot of factors, but people never talk about how much these things cost. I paid $900 total, and the guy did it in 2 days. He came out for a quote, I mean in 1 day, and he said, I can do it in 2 days. So he came 2 days later and got it done. So that was my story. I maybe paid a little bit high, but for the quality of the experience and the way that the guy treated me, which is always hit or miss with these contractors coming into my home, I was very happy. I wanted it to be under $1,000, and it was. So we're in my kitchen because it was smelling kind of dank in here, okay? That sink full of dishes was nasty, and I just had to corral it before I went to bed. This was later in the evening after I had already rode my bike, and a stationary bike, not outside, just a Peloton. After I had rode my stationary bike, I just wanted to get in here and get this kitchen into shape. If I couldn't clean any other room in the house, the kitchen was the priority. When I'm cleaning my kitchen, I kind of have an order of operations depending on how bad it is. So when it's really bad like this and it smells, I always start with the dishes because the dishwasher will do a lot of the work for me. But I want to be able to use my soft scrub with bleach and scrub out that sink, and I have to eat, so I need pots and pans to be clean. So that's what kind of helps me when I feel very overwhelmed with the kitchen, is deciding, okay, am I just doing a tidy or am I doing a full clean? Okay, it's a full clean. What is the order of operations? How am I going to start this? Because if I, for some reason, get distracted or I can't finish or whatever happens, I want to get done the grossest part first. So start with the dishes, and then loading, unloading the dishwasher, scrubbing out that sink, and just running the disposal, because even if you don't use your garbage disposal, you'll want to run it regularly or else it'll get rusty, and that's just a complete waste and it'll smell anyway. So I wanted to get that sink cleared out, and then the next thing was to move on to the counters and then the floors. So that was my order: dishes, counters, floors.
Driving through the New York rain, roll down my window and let the rain in. You call me by my name, too late to turn home. We chase the night away. Come on, come on, come on, come away. Let's dance to whatever, something to remember. Come along, come along, come along, come away. Make me unravel, forget about the matter.
to clean the kitchen, I'm just using my Lysol disinfectant spray, and I realized that my rag or my microfiber cloth, it was just too dirty, so I switched midway through. And I do that. I have a lot of microfiber cloths, so I just switch them out whenever I need a new one.
Come along, come away. Make me unravel. Forget but the better. I go on forever. And I go on forever.
If you're still with me, wow, that is amazing. Thank you so much. And even if you just fast forwarded past the middle and you're just here back for the cleaning at the end, I still appreciate you too, girl. I understand that as well. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel, or at least checking out some of my other videos. We do a lot of chatting and just laughing and joking and cleaning. So there should be a little bit of something for everybody. To finish up in here, I am using my Tenco iFloor 3 to clean the floor. It's a vacuum mop. I think at this point it's probably old. I've only had it for not even two years yet, maybe a year, and so many models have come after it, but it works really, really well. As you can see here, I had some really stubborn stuff on the floor, so the Tenco is more of a, I would say, a light clean, even on its turbo setting, because there's a button you can press to, you know, make the suction stronger. But still, if your floor is really, really dirty, I would just recommend pulling out the Oceater spin mop. I just really didn't want to this night, and that's why I do like a checklist cleaning. I start with the worst task, because at this point, had I left those dishes to the end, I doubt they all would have got done, and they really, really needed to all get done. And that is the end. We are all done. New carpet, decorations are consolidated, kitchen is clean, ready to have a good night. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again.